To me, Final Fantasy VI is one of the darkest games in the series. We can relate at times to feeling completely hopeless or even lost in despair. Final Fantasy VI is about hope and rising above it all in one freaking epic adventure. In this series, I'm going through each main Final Fantasy every month and ranking them against each other as I go. Here's the rankings so far. It's been fun, but Final Fantasy VI is honestly levels above anything that's come before, and we're really starting to see why Final Fantasy became my favourite game series of all time. Last time with 5, I was praising its job system so much, I loved it. It was the standout feature that brought Final Fantasy V to life. Believe it or not, Final Fantasy VI completely abandons the job system. They took our jobs.
They took our jobs! They took your jobs!
They took your jobs! Took your jobs!
And that's not all. Every Final Fantasy story so far has involved saving 4 big crystals. Well, except number 2. 6 breaks away from that crystal mold storytelling to a tyrant empire trying to dominate the world. This empire is so technologically advanced, they're going around in badass giant robots doped to Magitech. We play Terra, a woman who's lost her memories and spent her life enslaved by that empire. Terra is generally considered to be the main character of Final Fantasy VI, but the cast of characters is so strong, they get their time in the spotlight with their own story arcs and perspectives. There's definitely moments where other characters take on the role as the main. After only 3 to 4 hours into this JRPG, it is shocking how much has happened and how many characters have already entered the story, and 6 wastes no time getting you quickly invested in these characters. Cyan is an honourable samurai, and I've just watched the Empire murder his king, kingdom and family in front of him. I feel so bad for him. Locke's a treasure hunter, but what trauma is Locke suffering from that he's so protective of others? What's going on with the twin brothers Edgar and Sabine? And if they're twins, why is Edgar the king of their people? Celis is an ex-general of the Empire seeking redemption, but clearly she's going to clash with the others. Who's this badass ninja assassin Shadow and his dog? He's left the party, but I want to know more about him. Is he going to return? It's easy to fall under the spell of the character writing. It hooks you in and you want to find out more. Every major character has deep, relatable, emotional arcs that contribute to the incredible story that is Final Fantasy VI. That said, there are a few bonus or secret characters you can recruit that are not quite as in-depth due to the nature of them being more like bonus characters, but they're still awesome additions. Very much subscribe to these characters' stories. Speaking of trying to grow the channel, cover RPGs, and I'm also running this series where I go through each Final Fantasy every month, then rank them as I go. And while we're still in month 6, my next video will be going more in depth with Final Fantasy VI's characters. If you consider subbing or liking the video, it's an amazing help. Thank you. The world of Final Fantasy VI is incredible. From the snowy mining town of Nosh, the eerie phantom train, the lawless and vertical city of Zozo, there's even a grand theatre and opera house, to the Empire's advanced city of Magitech. It's pushing the Super Nintendo to its hardware limits. 6 is often considered to be one of the most technically impressive games on the SNES, and it was only possible thanks to the skill and creativity of its development team. It's 2D, everything has been 2D in the series so far. 6 is the final 2D entry. We get our first taste of 3D whenever we enter a vehicle or chocobo, with the camera shifting to a fake 3D perspective, but we will get to 3D soon enough. I mentioned it at the start, Final Fantasy VI abandons that awesome job system from 5.
They took our jobs!
In its place, each party member has their own preset role and unique abilities, while the relic system allows each character to equip 2 relic accessories. These relics are a bit more advanced than accessories in previous games, with lots of pretty powerful game-changing effects. Like the relics I've put on Sabin here allow him to dual-wield weapons and attack 4 times at once, meaning he'll attack 8 times each turn. While I love the job system in 3 and 5, customizations is still decent here, and you can come up with some cool character builds, but honestly, incredible storytelling and characters really outshine a job system. I forgot to mention characters can also learn magic from Espers. I'll get into this. So when it comes to Final Fantasy, I love summoning in big godlike mythical beings. Shiva, Ifrit, Bahamut, they've become iconic. It's so awesome that these summoned beings are a major part of the story. They're called Espers this time. Espers come from another world, and these magical beings were created by the Warring Triad, 3 gods stuck in constant war that have turned to stone. It turns out the Empire has been capturing these Espers and ruthlessly using them to fuel their Magitech technology, even infusing people with the power of these Espers. But there's someone under the Empire who's been taking a lot of these Espers' powers for themselves. A complete lunatic and one of the Empire's generals, Kefka. This madman and his laugh made for one of the most iconic villains in gaming. You get a taste of this antagonist early on, when he poisons Dorma Castle's water supply and kills everyone. This complete lunatic plays his cards and ultimately gets his way. In Final Fantasy's darkest hour, Kefka deceives and tricks his way into overthrowing the Empire and destroying the world with godlike powers. One of the most shocking moments in Final Fantasy, and I want to talk about one of my favourite follow-up scenes in 6. We play Celise, who struggles to survive on a solitary island with her uncle Cid. This exhausted, ruined world is trapped in an endless, scorching sunset, and for all we know, this island is all that's left of humanity. After Cid dies to malnutrition and exhaustion, we get what I consider to be one of the most powerful scenes in all of Final Fantasy. Celise gives up and throws herself off the island's cliffs. Technically, you can save Cid by feeding him healthy fish, but doing that changes nothing in the story and removes this powerful scene. I consider Cid dying to be canon. Celise washes back ashore of the solitary island with a seagull wearing Locke's bandana, hope that others might exist, and she manages to escape the solitary island on a raft. Final Fantasy VI almost begins again, and you traverse the new ruined world, reuniting with your old allies and recruiting new ones to re-challenge Kefka, the god of this new world. You can see very much why I love this story, and you very much get that sense of hope and motivation to see this story through. After you get an airship, you can go straight to Kefka for round 2, but you'll have to tackle a complex endgame dungeon that requires 3 teams to conquer it. So ideally, you want to explore the world of Ruin more, level up and get as many treasures and allies as possible before you storm Kefka's tower. It's worth it just to see a lot of the resolutions to characters' stories. It's pretty much what I consider to be a true open world. You can explore and tackle what you want, when you want. There's plenty of optional content too, including a combat arena, auction house, side dungeons, and 8 secret dragons to find and fight that reward powerful equipment, and a special Esper summon for beating all 8. Rising up to defeat Kefka is an incredible experience. It's a true work of art, completely mind-blowing for the Super Nintendo. By far the best endgame dungeon and final boss in the Final Fantasy series so far. Kefka's Tower is a masterfully designed endgame challenge, culminating in an epic confrontation. Each character shines with their own individual epilogues as we escape the crumbling Kefka's Tower, which provides a satisfying and emotional conclusion to their journeys. I found Shadows to be the most heart-wrenching. where he feels he's redeemed his life and stays behind to die. I've got so much to say about Final Fantasy VI's characters and their story arcs. There is so much to talk about. I'll be doing a separate video for that, so look out for that one. It's time to rank Final Fantasy VI with the others. If you couldn't already tell, 6 is one of my ultimate favourites and definitely the best 2D Final Fantasy. So plopping this up there at the very top, 6 is king. Storytelling and characters are incredible. I was praising 4's storytelling, 6 is levels above that, and while I loved 5's job system, 6 has some decent systems, but it manages to excel without that job system. I love just about everything about this game. Kefka, the world, all the optional content, how summons or Espers play a major part in the story. A lot of the characters feel relatable with their own struggles. The themes of hope and overcoming despair are awesome. I love that we're now at what I consider to be the really exciting parts of the Final Fantasy series playthrough. Stay tuned for Final Fantasy VII next month. Peace for now.